Hey there, my beautiful friends. How are you? Welcome back to Sacred Knowledge Tarot. I am so happy and thankful to have each and every one of you here with me in this sacred space today. So thank you, everyone. And those of you that are brand new to my channel, welcome, my friends. My name is Ria. Now, I want you to get ready. We have another retrograde coming up here on July the 12th, and this one's going to be different. I actually quite like this one. I can't wait to work with this energy. So the planet Saturn begins its retrograde journey in the sign of Aries on this day, July the 12th. And Saturn is going to stay retrograde in the sign of Aries up until I think it's mid to late November. So this retrograde is actually activating the spirit warrior within us. And we're going to see this energy, this theme in the world around us, even within us, right? So you're going to find yourself, those of you that are ready, your souls, I feel, are ready to break through any kind of mold or get out of your comfort zone in some way, especially if you've been feeling like there's more for you, right? So yeah, it's like a wild spark within us. It's a little bit rebellious. This is where some of us are going to find ourselves not wanting to follow the rule books. It's like, okay, we're going to toss those rule books out the window. This is where Spirit wants you to use discernment here. Stay within the energy of love and use wisdom, okay? I wanted to see what it is that your soul is ready to hear as you're moving through this. So we're going to pull some cards and see what it is that Spirit wants to share today. All right, Gemini, let's call in Spirit and open up your reading. Let's see what it is that Spirit wants to share with you as you move through this retrograde. So we're going to pull a Spirit animal card. This animal is going to be guiding you and grounding you through this retrograde. So we are starting with the koala queen. So look at that. Have any of you seen a koala recently in your life? This is a confirmation for you. And if you haven't seen one, you're seeing one now on your screen. So the koala is saying serenity in the storm. So a storm is on the horizon. But even in the midst of chaos, you'll have the power to keep peace within yourself. So once again, a storm is on the horizon, Gemini. But even in the midst of chaos, you'll have the peace, the power to keep peace within yourself. You'll have the power to keep the peace within yourself. This is going to be very important, especially those of you that may be moving through a storm or any kind of chaos in your life, okay? Don't ever be afraid of challenges, and instead take the power you have within yourself to create peace within. So we are starting with the Three of Pentacles here. I'm just going to turn on my timer. This is an energy of expansion. It's an energy of growth and creativity. It's also an opportune time to work with others, to collaborate. I do feel connections here are going to be very important, to start making connections, expanding in your world, especially if you're in that kind of an industry, in that kind of position right now. We have the Three of Swords energy, so double threes here, everyone. Pay attention to the threes because you are expanding in your life's experience. There is a heightened consciousness coming in as well. Here with the Three of Swords, pain, sorrow. This is a heart-centered energy that is disrupted, interfered with. This could be some of the thoughts that might be creating emotions that don't feel good. So be mindful of this. I do feel that sometimes this interrupts your sleep. So maybe you're having sleep disturbances, right? It's because of this. So Three of Swords, and we have the Two of Pentacles. So what's happening is you are on an incline, you are elevating, ascending. So you're going to feel the symptoms. Maybe it's related to your heart, right? So palpitations, these kinds of things, heaviness or pain on your chest. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving any kind of medical advice here. If you are feeling any of these physical symptoms, please go see a medical professional, because your heart is something that you definitely don't want to take lightly here, especially if you're feeling things around your heart. But I'm getting palpitations or arrhythmia coming in. And yeah, it just, you know what I'm getting here also is the pulsating of the sun. The sun's energy, it's fire energy coming in. So make sure you're grounded. Taking on no more than you can actually take on. This is going to be very important. I feel some of you are juggling a lot right now. So I want you to use your own intuition with my reading today as well. So whenever you see my cards popping up on screen, I want you to try and interpret them using your own intuition. This is going to strengthen your intuition, and you will also receive your own messages. And I love it, Gemini, when you share with me how these cards' energy show up for you, how you resonate with them and with this reading. So share with me in the comment section below. So I love this, the koala queen. I actually saw a bunch of stuffed koala bears at the mall the other day, and they were so cute. And I was actually looking at them, picking them up, touching them, thinking if I should buy one for my grandson. And I thought, you know what? I'll come back. If they're still here, I'll come back. Now it's showing up here on this card. So that's a synchronicity. I feel a lot of you are experiencing synchronicities in your life right now too. So you're going to have to share with me how these synchronicities are showing up for you in the comment section below. So before I begin, I just wanted to mention that we all live a different life experience. These cards are going to present themselves differently in each of our lives. This is also a general reading for you today. So those of you that are watching, if my reading isn't resonating for you, please leave it behind, but also check out your moon, rising, and Venus signs, because sometimes they put the pieces together for you. All right, so 332, you might be seeing these numbers in this sequence, maybe in a cell phone number, on a home address, on a license plate, or somewhere else. 332, even just by themselves, single digits is also coming in. These are light activation codes for you, Gemini. So anytime you're connecting with these numbers, it's just letting you know that you're connected to this retrograde energy. Okay, so right now we have an opportunity to grow and expand in our lives. And I feel that Spirit is asking you to get yourself out there, especially those of you that are looking to build relationships and contacts. People are going to recognize you. I feel that some of you have been working really hard, putting your energy out there, and you're going to see a lot of rewards around this, Gemini. So release whatever it is that you're carrying around as far as weight or thoughts that are making you feel otherwise. And I want to talk about the Three of Swords first before I move on to the Three of Pentacles. That's a very grounded energy. This is kind of up in the air. It's an energy, or it's a thought. It's your mental scape that is connected to your heart center. So I want to know, what is it that you're thinking about? Is your dreams coming in? So in my own life, I've had a lot of dreams that interrupt my sleep. And it's just random dreams. It's like something repeating over and over again. So I'll give you an example of one. It's just kind of me filming. And in my dream, I'm filming readings, and there's like interference that kept happening in each one. So I was getting frustrated in my dream. So that just lets me know that if there are any kind of interruptions, I can, now that I'm aware that that could happen, I keep myself balanced. So now I'm aware that if there is one, I'm not going to let it get to me as much as it was in my dream. It was affecting me and my emotions as well, because I was trying to sleep and I was getting frustrated and not able to sleep. This is also like anxiety. This could be emotions that you're carrying because of something that happened to you, something someone said. These could be words that are floating around in your mind, creating stress and worry. You know, these two are definitely linked. And when they link together like this and we take action on that energy, being charged up with this energy, it can sometimes work against us. Or we can sometimes say things that we don't mean. Or there's some sort of friction with a connection that you have. So there's another energy coming in. This has to do with an individual in your life, Gemini. This could be a family friend, family member, or like anyone in your life, even a stranger, where you're not feeling a compatible energy, and maybe there's some things that are being said that don't align with your beliefs, your values, or something else, and you're wanting to speak your truth, but you're holding it, right? And you know, I don't know what reason you're holding it for. Maybe because it might be a family member, someone you love, that is a deep connection. So you're kind of keeping yourself here rather than speaking what it is that feels truthful, trying not to hurt someone. So you're going to have to share with me what this is. I also feel that forgiveness is coming in as well, the practice of forgiveness. If there's some sort of a grudge you're holding on to, some sort of pain because you're not wanting to forgive someone. When I've done this in my own life, it's only hurt me. It doesn't hurt other people. Like, people don't even know that I'm going through the emotions and the feelings that I'm going through. And I usually catch on really quick when I'm feeling this way. So I'm able to catch myself and shift to the energy. So this is what Spirit is encouraging you to do, is if you're feeling a certain way about something and you're giving it a lot of focus, energy, and thought, you probably want to release that, because it will then start to reflect into your reality. So, you know, when we're activating, like thinking about something for a certain period of time, we're giving it energy, then activating it through the emotions by feeling a certain way about it, and then taking action on that, right? You start to begin to experience that in your life. So if you're constantly thinking negative, you'll start to have negative experiences. It's because our mind's like, okay, this is what you're focusing on. It must be important. So I'm going to start creating these events so it's confirmed and true for you that you're now in that experience. So this is how I always find it works. It's manifestation, right? So it works both ways. And I'm seeing them pulling the swords out of your heart. So I'm getting a lot of healing coming in, regenerative energy and vitality as well. So it's your heart center that's expanding. And I feel that you are meant to connect with the energy of love at this time, especially through this retrograde, is really tune into the energy of love, love for yourself and love for others, and showing up in your world in your own energy and vibration through the energy of love, the essence of love, compassion, and kindness, and spreading that in the world. It's really important that you be aware of how you're showing up in your life's experience, Gemini, and the kind of energy that you are sharing with others. Like, what kind of energy are you vibrating into the world? Because that is what's going to come back to you. So Three of Swords also is like a breakup of some sort, or some sort of, I don't know, there's something here you're carrying, Gemini, something that hasn't been expressed, something that almost has been hidden for you. And I feel that it's time for you to even write it in a journal, or talk about it with a counselor or a therapist, or share it with someone you trust. All right. And I feel there's a release happening here, an opening that is taking place. And this is making room for the truth. It is making room for freedom. It is creating room for you to have a new experience. This is where that spirit warrior energy is coming in, because nothing is going to get in the way of you having the experience you desire, that you want to create. So you are a very powerful creator, Gemini. Know that about yourself. And I feel some of you are very creative. Maybe there's something that you're doing in your life right now that brings you to a place of peace, a place of quiet. It's something you really enjoy doing. Maybe you've been in an experience recently where you're not enjoying what you do. Maybe there's a lot of parts of your life that don't bring you joy or excitement. Maybe because of something that happened in your life and you've been carrying that with you, not allowing yourself to be an experience of joy and excitement and love. It's time for this to move into the past and shift your energy into connection, into opening yourself up to be in an experience of love, to receive love, but also give love and not be afraid to make that exchange. Yes, sometimes we don't have good experiences with love, but that doesn't mean that we close ourselves off. Definitely getting a closed energy here for some of you. So, you know, nobody is exactly the same. Right? So when we meet a new person, we don't know. I mean, we want to be discerning. I feel you're very intuitive, and your intuition guides you here, Gemini. So always tune into that intuition. It's incredibly strong. And this card is also letting me know that you are supported by your spirit guides at all times. And they're showing up in your life, confirming that they're with you, guiding you. So you might be seeing feathers. You might be seeing things in threes. You might be seeing the number 333. It's also speaking up. You know, when I was in high school, elementary school, I was so shy. I was bullied all throughout elementary school up into high school. And I never spoke up for myself. I just didn't speak because I thought if I spoke, it wouldn't attract attention. But I still was bullied. Like, I still had the attention. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, I don't like attention, right? So negative attention. So what's happening here is you have an opportunity to work with others. So if you're holding on to some sort of a grudge or something from the past because something happened with someone, so you're not you're not trustworthy anymore. Like you're like, I don't trust anyone. I don't want to work with anyone. That's your own choice. You could choose to stay within that space. But those of you who are ready, your soul is ready, you know this, you get to step into this new energy where you can connect with others, build relationships, you know, work with others to grow. And what I'm also getting here is group sessions. So I don't know if any of you have recently joined a group of people online or maybe in real life. I joined yoga. This was a while ago. So instead of doing it at home, I joined yoga. I'm usually back and forth with it. It depends on how busy I am with my schedule. But this also has to do with you being around others, whether it's your family, spending more time with them, you know, going out with your friends, mixing and mingling, schmoozing even. I don't know if any of you are in sales. Maybe you have to go out, schmooze your clients. In order to keep those connections, right? Collaborations. This is a collective conscious energy. It is rising, it is expanding, it is getting bigger and bigger, and it's absolutely beautiful. So this energy is go big or go home. This is what I'm getting here with this. And I don't know why, but I'm getting someone saying I'm not here to make any kind of chump change. I'm here to make some big change. So I'm getting an expansion in your financial sector, Gemini. I'm seeing you growing here in some way. This could be in your career, this could be in your business, but it definitely has to do with how you make money. I'm seeing you finding a creative way to do this, a new way of doing this, or an additional way of doing this. So you might have a full-time job and you're picking up a part-time job. I know tons of people that are doing this right now. I even did this in my own life when I first decided I wanted to work from home. I've shared that story so many times, but it's a perfect example of how you can make your dreams come true. So I thought of working from home. What does that look like? I don't even know. So I was like, you know what? The first thing is getting myself at home to do whatever it is that I'm wanting to do. So I prepared and got a side hustle to make money where I can be off of work for 6 months. So I can pay all of my bills. I did that. It took me about 1.5 years to do that. I was able to save money, and then I quit my job. 6 months, no paycheck coming in. It was scary, very scary. I was stressed out, but I was like, I'm going to make something work. So I got into this creative mode, this flow, this rhythm to create, to expand, and really find my way. And I did that. I was able to do that. So this is the kind of energy coming in. It's manifestation on superpower. We have these 2 retrogrades that are actually working in our favor. We have another retrograde coming in, Mercury retrograde, in a few weeks here, everyone. Then things are going to be a little bit, yeah, they're definitely going to start picking up here. So you definitely want to take advantage of, you know, connecting and expanding and not being afraid to explore, to try new things, to get out there. So 2 of Pentacles, you're definitely leveling up. Gemini, over the next 4 to 5 months, you're going to find yourself on an incline. Things are moving. You're going to find yourself juggling a lot of different kinds of things. This is where you want to create some balance here with the amount of work that you're doing, the responsibilities and obligations that you have. Taking on what you can handle and not overdoing it. Okay, now things are falling into place for you here. Over the next few months, I feel over the next rest of this year, up until the end of this year, you're going to find yourself ascending. Now, you know what I felt last night? It felt like this card, the 2 of Pentacles. I woke up because it felt like the earth moved up. My ears were popping. And the only time they ever pop is when I'm on an airplane or if I'm going up a mountain. Okay, so my ears popped and I woke up. I was like, oh my God, it feels like I'm in a plane. Like, is the earth lifting up? Like, what is happening? This is the second time I've experienced this, not just in my sleep. The first time it was just sitting on my computer, working on my desk, and all of a sudden my ears start hurting. They start popping and I'm like, what is going on here? So there's an elevation that is happening here, and some of you might be feeling ear popping. Even sometimes other symptoms we get when we're up in the air or we're going on an incline and then coming back down. So you'll have to share with me what symptoms you get other than ear popping. Pressure, right? We feel pressure as well. So the pressure is changing here. You're about to have a peak experience in your life if you're not already having it. This next half of the year for you is going to be a peak experience with many ups and downs, right? Each of them, like, it's kind of like you're going like this up to an incline and back down. And there's many of these up and down energies. So right now you're on an incline, Gemini. This is where sometimes we got to lighten the load because we can't carry too much going on that incline. Ascension symptoms also, you'll have to share with me what ascension symptoms you are feeling. And synchronicities, you're going to find yourself at the right place at the right time, meeting the right people, finding the right resources and the right tools to do what it is that you're trying to do to reach whatever goal you're trying to reach. And setting goals here is going to be very important for you, Gemini, because you're going to see or find yourself crushing those goals. This retrograde is also activating the part of you that isn't afraid to break barriers, break molds. You have a lot of wisdom through the experiences you have gone through. And some of you might be going through a challenge right now that is, it's a learning experience, and there's a lot of information you're going to gather and be able to apply in this next experience of your life. So yeah, what's happening is you are now energetically shifting into this new experience in your life. It is more elevated. It's a higher frequency and vibration. And I feel that you are the one that is bringing yourself to this frequency and vibration by everything that you're doing in your day-to-day life. This is you balancing things out. So how I keep myself balanced in my own day-to-day life is I have a schedule. I have routines, rituals, that's what I like to call them. And, you know, I get up at a certain time. I have, like, everything's chopped up into segments. That works for me. It might not work for everyone, but I have created a rhythm and flow in my life. And this is what Spirit is calling some of you to do, is encouraging you to create a rhythm and flow in your life. That way you stay steady at a good pace and to prepare for some of the things that we know ahead of time. That's the other thing coming in here. I don't know if any of you are near a mountain. Myself, I'm a Gemini, sun and rising. We are moving into the mountains. It's going to be a completely different experience for us. We bought a property. We're moving in 2 months. So we got a lot of things going on right now. And I've got a lot of balls that I'm juggling. I'm going to have a manifestation event, a live Zoom event at the end of July. Keep your eyes peeled for that. So it's an event where you get to manifest with me. So I'm just putting that all together right now. And here I feel everything is falling into place. Everything is synchronizing. It's working in your favor, especially those of you that are in that manifestation mode. You know, I know what it is that I'm manifesting, and I'm now getting into that energy, that rhythm and flow to create that for myself. And I'm working with my family. There's a lot of us that are connected, that have support. So don't be afraid to lean in on that support as you are elevating and moving up, right? Very grounded energy. So I'm seeing you moving things around, shifting things in your actual material world, right? Connecting with people, even your money. I'm seeing that you are shifting your money around or working with money differently. Right? So what we're going to do now is I'm going to pull a bonus card. This is the Key Oracle. It's a Spirit Warrior card deck. So I wanted to pull a card and read you a message from this card deck. So let's see what it is that Spirit wants to share with you through this. So Gemini, we are getting for you Jocelyn. You might be resonating with this name, Jocelyn, and some of you might be resonating with the image of this card. She who persists, okay? Perspective, defiant, and persistent. This is your energy, an energy that you are meant to ground yourself into. So Jocelyn, here we are, Jocelyn. So Jocelyn, she who persists, wears a scarf on her head while bearing her arms to the world. She will not be pigeonholed by society. She is on a quest to find herself in a way that makes sense to her own inner voice. Even though others around her try to get her to think a certain way or believe only one set of ideals, Jocelyn refuses to limit her perspective. Her goal in life is to live so she is noticed for doing things she holds important. It is not an easy path, but Jocelyn will persist. Jocelyn reminds you to take stock in your personal values and to ask yourself what you are willing to do to defend them. Nothing comes easily when she who persists shows up. She challenges you to prove you are willing to put forth the efforts for things you believe in. Owning your own power can be frightening. Others may not stand beside you. Will you persist anyways? So that's a question Spirit is asking you. Now, I do have three journaling prompts, and feel free to write these down, Gemini. What personal values are important to me? Am I prepared to face challenges? How can I own my own power? All right, so those are your prompts, and Jocelyn is your bonus spirit warrior energy here that is going to keep you grounded. They want you to wield your power here, Gemini. Don't be afraid to actually shine your light, your power in the world through the energy of love. So we're going to pull an angel number to close off your reading. Now, this angel number is also guiding you through this retrograde. And I want you to carry this with you, this number. Trust and release. They want you to trust and release. Release the things that no longer serve your higher purpose here, Gemini. So 3939, letting go of baggage. It is time for you to start letting go of baggage. And I feel for some of you, let go of the clutter and the things that don't belong in your life that are keeping that stagnant energy around. What no longer serves you does not belong in your life, and you're going to really connect with this over the next few months if you're not already connecting with that. They want you to embrace the new here, Gemini. Embrace the new. There's so much adventure to life, and I feel they want you to live the life that you desire. Live in the energy of love. Release what no longer serves you. I feel this is going to be very important as you start to move into this new experience, embracing this new experience, and creating some solid foundations, new beliefs, new truths, ones that resonate for you. So this is your message. This is your reading. I hope it resonates for you. If it does, please comment below, hit that like button. And if you're brand new to my channel and you're enjoying my content, please consider subscribing. Other than that, I wanted to wish you all a beautiful day, and thank you so much for watching. All right, so those of you that have made it this far in my video today, thank you so much for your love and support. Your presence here means so much to me. Now, I just wanted to remind everyone that I do have a secondary channel, Sacred Knowledge Living, where myself, my husband Paul, his brother Tom, and Tom's wife Katomi bring you more content. Katomi also brings us the Magic Intention candle, so she has a lot of behind the scenes there. We have meditations and podcasts. Now, I also wanted you to check out my website, www.sacredknowledgetarot.com. I have a lot of offerings there as well, which include my 14-day Mindset Challenge ebook and the 60-day Soul Commitment Challenge that myself and my husband Paul put together for all of you. So make sure you go check that out. Now, I also wanted you to check out some of these videos, especially if you enjoyed the video that you just watched. So enjoy, and until the next time.